Hey everybody, welcome back. This is KZ bringing you yet another Kingdom Hearts 3 news update. So as you know, we've been covering all the various information about Kingdom Hearts 3 that's been coming out of the D23 Expo in California, because we got not only that big new Toy Story trailer, but we got a 2018 release window. And once you say coming 2018, that means that the restraints have been released, the marketing blitz has begun, and Nomura is free to talk about a lot of details we want to know. And turns out, the hits keep on coming. We have a brand new feature interview that was put out via IGN, entitled 8 Cool Things We Learned about Kingdom Hearts 3 at D23 Expo. This is written by Jonathan Dornbush, and he throws up a bunch of very interesting details that we want to know about. So the first thing in this article is about the most burning question that many of us have had ever since 2.8 was announced, which is, will there be a Kingdom Hearts 2.9? Oh boy. So before Kingdom Hearts 2.8 was announced, there were a lot of leaks about a Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Basically, everyone assumed it would be a Dream Drop Distance remaster along with some other stuff. Of course, since then, we've gotten that in the form of a game called 2.8. But of course, because everyone is a bit more cynical and a lot of people in general they don't want to believe Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming, because Lord, there's always a hurdle, whether it's Versus 13, whether it's, you know, an engine switch, anything that just kind of keeps this game from getting in our hands from before it was announced to when it's been announced the past 4 years. A 2.9 is out of the realm of possibility. And when 2.8 was released, when you completed the final game within it, where you play as Aqua in Unreal 4, this prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3, the final cutscene in theater mode is called 2.9, the first volume. Everyone went, oh no. And of course, finally, Nomura has addressed all of our concerns here, in which he has said, of course, the 2.9 the first volume narrative does connect to Kingdom Hearts 3, but I understand that there were some speculations like, is there going to be another 2.9 that is going to come out? But rest assured, it is already. That bridge, that link is already bridged. So we are now leading toward Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically, he's saying it's already there. Like, the second volume will be Kingdom Hearts 3, basically. We're going into the game, there will be no other title coming toward us, and that's what's going on. In fact, in an interview with Dengeki PlayStation back when 2.8 comes out, he had mentioned the 2.9 cutscene, saying, we actually went a lot further than I had intended to with that cutscene, saying that you're actually playing some of Kingdom Hearts 3 or experiencing some of it within that cutscene, to the point where they may include some of 2.9, the first volume, in Kingdom Hearts 3 itself, just because that's setup. That's talking with Yen Sid and prepping for the next adventure, so you would probably need to put it in there. So, no 2.9. We don't have to worry about it. Finally, thank God. This second interesting piece from this article is mostly about Maleficent and her role in Kingdom Hearts 3, and by extension, Pete, the only henchman she seems to be able to afford. So here's what Nomura had to say about Maleficent and Pete. Whenever they go to different worlds, they may interact with some of the villains, Disney villains that exist in that world, but they're their own thing, with Maleficent leading the way, Nomura said. They have no sort of cooperation with Organization 13, nor are they conflicting or enemies against those people. Sora is the one battling this new Organization 13, but Maleficent and Pete are kind of separate from that, so she doesn't necessarily actively poke at Sora or try to bother him. This is interesting. It's a very big change from what she was doing in previous games, if you want to go with the numbered titles. In the first game, she is actively trying to stop Sora by using the various, she has her various henchmen, the other Disney villains, and she's trying to achieve her plans of kidnapping every single Princess of Heart. In Kingdom Hearts 2, she is been defeated, and she has been brought back, and her entire goal is to first get revenge against Sora, And then it's to fight back against this Organization 13 that's shown up, and she's immediately outclassed. In Kingdom Hearts 3, she has a new goal that's separate to both of them, but of course is an evil villain plan of taking over all of the worlds and getting power, of course. But her plan has been set up for a while now. It all started in Kingdom Hearts Recoded when she shows up with Pete, and she's attempting to obtain a Book of Prophecy. And these books are able to, like, see into the future, and it's, you know, all that cool Destiny future nonsense that has come up through Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, the mobile game. And since then, it seems that she is not looking for a Book of Prophecy anymore, but she is now looking for an even possibly more valuable thing, or might be what is within. She is looking for the box that the Master of Masters gave to one of his apprentices, Lushu, in the Kingdom Hearts back cover movie that was included in 2.8. No one knows what's in the box. Could a Book of Prophecy be in it? Not likely. But there could be something of a lot of value there, and it looks like Xehanort and his cohorts, and his other Xehanorts, have basically no interest in this box, or at least haven't made any mention of it. So it leads Maleficent to being kind of the X factor in this entire thing. She's the third wheel that could be a good mover and shaker throughout Kingdom Hearts 3. And the other interesting thing is that she is not actively going to poke at Sora or try to bother him. That statement is cool because since she isn't necessarily trying to do that, that doesn't take it out that, oh, Sora's not going to interact with her. It's more that he's going to run into her and it's going to be like, oh no. You know, she's not trying to do it, but you know it's going to happen a couple of times. Whether or not we'll fight her again, that's, we'll have to see, but I'm very much interested in how things are going to be panning out with her and Pete and their inclusion in KH3 of desperately trying to stay relevant. So the next set of information is not as important in my opinion as some stuff we've gone through before and some stuff that's very minor. There's stuff such as, is Roxas going to be returning? And the idea is, when we saw that cutscene at the orchestra trailer, it's Sora coming up with the idea that if Ansem the Seeker of Darkness and Xemnas can exist at the same point at the same time past the point of their death, what if Sora could exist at the same time as Roxas? Maybe that's something that he could try. There's some stuff on Kairi, like, will we see Kairi in the game? Of course we will. At this point in time, she is with Merlin training alongside Axel, who is now known as Lee, his human form, and they're training within a space where time does not move. Seems Merlin's magic can create something similar to the Time Chamber in Dragon Ball. So she has a way to not only train and become a powerful Keyblade wielder, but she could do it within this game and it would be believable. It's the same way that anime usually use the, we're going to put you in a place where time doesn't exist, that way you can get a free power-up without major events happening without you. So I could expect that she will be decently powerful at some point in Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe toward the climax when the 7 lights clash with the 13 darknesses. They have another thing here about how summons are returning and are separate from attraction flow. Great news. Summons are fantastic. We will eventually see those, and it'll give us more representation of older and newer Disney characters in your team. Maybe a summon from Zootopia or Moana is possible, since they have confirmed basically that no movies past 2015 or during 2015 will be appearing in Kingdom Hearts 3, as Big Hero 6, the 2014 film, was the last one chosen. On top of that, they talk about how there's a deliberate intent to focus on new worlds for Kingdom Hearts 3, so they've been focusing on some of the newer IPs as opposed to some of the older ones, but of course Hercules is still in because it's been a major world in the Kingdom Hearts series, and it kind of feels almost wrong when it's not in here, as much as people joke about it always being in a negative way. As well as we got some player feedback led to the Kingdom Hearts 3 form of flow motion, and points out to stuff in the trailer such as using shot locks in the D23 trailer, as well as using it in the Jump Festa trailer as the new form of flow motion called athletic flow in Japanese, and how it's going to be a bit easier to use and not as ridiculous as it is in Dream Drop Distance, which personally I'm very thankful for. And some fluff about how worlds will have their own unique gameplay experiences. And one thing I did forget to mention when I was mentioning attraction flow and summons earlier, and it's that attraction flows will not be able to be used everywhere and anywhere you want. They will be a bit more contextual, like depending on the area you will find yourself being able to use this. And the reason that they haven't shown them in 2 years is because they feel like they showed them too much. Between the various 2 or 3 trailers they were featured in, feels like they showed too many of them and too much of them. But in the future, they would be excited to show you the form that they are at, you know, at this point, because it has been a couple of years since we last saw them. So, people worried, they aren't out, neither are summons, they will both exist, and you won't always be able to use attraction flow, which really cuts down on the feature creep that I was kind of worried about. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the first confirmed next appearance for Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, we can expect it to appear a couple of more times throughout this year because they need to keep showing this game that's coming out next year. It's time to start doing the press in the same way that you couldn't get away from Final Fantasy 15 because it was being pushed. Same thing's gonna happen here. So the next confirmed place you're going to be seeing Kingdom Hearts 3 will be at the D23 Expo Japan. Yes, another D23, another Disney Expo. This one is for Japan, though. They hold D23s every 2 years for each of their venues. And we've seen Kingdom Hearts 3 in both times, in a way. The first time that it appeared at a D23 was in 2013 for D23 Expo Japan, where they showed gameplay that they had worked on so far. This was in October of 2013, and it was under the Luminous engine, which is the one that they eventually dropped because all the staff working on Luminous moved to FF15, so they lost a shit ton of progress because the higher-up said, well, you know, stop using it because we're going to have these guys use it instead. And the gameplay here looks very rough. They have, like, animated avatars in the bottom right, and it showed attraction flow for the first time, and this was the official Olympus reveal in a way, because we see the Rock Titan fight for the first time, which we have seen in 3 separate trailers, just kind of showing you how cemented this was going to be as our first world. And it looks rough, but visually, a lot of the character models look top-notch and very, very nice. Trying their best to emulate what the CG Kingdom Hearts trailers kind of looked like in a way. And then the next time we were going to see Kingdom Hearts was at the D23 Expo Japan in 2015. This was in November. However, they kept it private to the people attending. And they only gave us the trailer after cutting out some extra bits and working on it a bit more in Jump Fest in December. So I was excited for that trailer at the time. Then they're like, no, you're not going to be able to see it. And then you had to go by these online summaries that said, like, oh, there's more Erica Xehanort conversation, a new attraction flow, more Hercules and Tangled worlds shown off, more normal combat, that new nobody that is Marluxia related, and stuff like that. And this time, it's coming back. It's coming back to D23 Japan, and it's happening, I believe it's February 10th, I believe? So expect around February for Kingdom Hearts to finally return. It's going to be 10th through the 12th at the Tokyo Disney Resort. And you'll be able to check out some more Kingdom Hearts 3. And some people will say, well, will they make it private this time? The answer is, at first I was thinking, oh god, I hope they don't. And then I realized Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out that year. They are not. In fact, I have predictions on what they will show there. Of course, these predictions may change once we're close to the event, because that event is 7 months out. But my hardline prediction right now would be that D23 Japan is when they would reveal a release date, and is when they would, definitely, in my opinion, something that's even more higher, that's a lot more likely, is that is when Utada Hikaru is going to go out on stage and say, here's the Kingdom Hearts 3 song that you can expect to hear, as well as a new trailer that is to accompany it. And I feel like if they're bringing her back to do another song, which clearly they've been doing a lot of negotiations with her, then it's definitely going to be shown around that time. Some may say, oh, what if they did it this time? They're going to do it when there's about 6 months-ish before the game's going to come out, and I'm more confident in Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in the fall of next year. So 6 months is a good amount of time, and that's generally what they did for Final Fantasy 15's theme song, Stand By Me. So it all kind of makes sense, gives them a chance to sell the single and be like, this is the Kingdom Hearts 3 song, the song of this game. It all fits very well. I'm confident that anything that they show that D23 they will show, because it has been a bit. Time has passed since that last D23. Development has gotten a lot farther along, and that's happening during the same year the game's coming out. Everyone's going to see what they have to show there. It's going to look polished, and it's going to look exciting. We'll probably see the Frozen world there, if Frozen's actually going to be in the game. That is basically the world that everyone assumes is going to be in so hard that I've seen different places say, wait, what about the Frozen world that was confirmed? And someone said, it hasn't been confirmed, it's just everyone assumes it's so unbelievably hard that it has to be in. That people have just convinced themselves that it was already revealed. Anyway, that's going to do it for our Kingdom Hearts 3 news update. So, we've learned some big bits of information. Our first confirmed next appearance for Kingdom Hearts 3 will be in February, though expect it even earlier than that, but please be excited for that D23 Japan Expo appearance. Kingdom Hearts 2.9 will not exist. There will be no game in between Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and 3. We're free, it's fine, and a bunch of other fun little bits throughout that, but I am very excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I will, of course, be back whenever there's more news. Honestly, I think we've run out of news. I don't expect much else to come up to where I have to make another video another day in a row, but we'll see. If you enjoy my coverage, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and give me comments about your thoughts, concerns, questions, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you later for more Kingdom Hearts 3 coverage and other videos on the channel. See you later. I love you.